Thank you very much for joining our briefing. Today we would like to share the remarkable journey of Brokeree Solutions and our thoughts on opportunities Cyprus gives to its business residents. Since company creation in 2013, Brokeree cutting-edge technologies have revolutionized the multi-asset brokerage industry. With an implacable commitment to innovation, Brokeree has become a trusted partner for brokers worldwide. We have a wide portfolio of products for risk management, for marketing and market connectivity, headed by our flagship PAMM, social trading, and bridge solution. In our quest for global excellence, we are launching a new office in Limassol, Cyprus. This strategic move further strengthens our presence in the financial hub of Europe, Middle East, and Africa. The Limassol office houses a talented team dedicated to provide exceptional service to our clients in the region. Please meet our local team members. It's Asil and Mihai, our sales representatives, and myself. I'm Victor, Regional Head of Business Development for EMEA at Brokeree Solutions. So, we want to discuss some topics today. Maybe so you can start.
Yeah. So, generally speaking, thank you all for coming. Pleasure to be here with Brokeree. It's interesting to know what do you think is an attractive location, for the fintech business, Cyprus? Why is it attractive for coming to Brokeree here in the other fintech industry?
Well, I think Cyprus, Limassol especially, is the capital of EU financial services. A lot of company, almost every building, some brokerage or payment provider or technology provider. So it's very, very good and for brand awareness and for business to be close to the initial client, because a lot of our clients of Brokeree Solutions are located here on the island, so we can easily get in touch with anyone quite quickly with the same time zone, same phone code, and all these opportunities. And in general, different events, probably you will not visit all of them every time, but you can travel. You don't need to travel far away. Offline networking is very high quality here, I think.
Sure, yeah, I agree. And just to add on to Victor's thoughts, Cyprus, first and foremost, as many of you may know, is home to one of the most captivating environments in terms of nature and whatnot. So that's a point that attracts many people here. The next point is proximity is key. And we have this saying in the trading investing world, follow the money. And usually if you follow the money, you end up in the money. So, of course, given Limassol's history and basically the participants within the Forex industry in Limassol, it's pretty evident why a lot of different firms ended up to base here. Another huge reason, of course, because you're immersed among many different industry participants, it's hard to fall behind the curve because you're constantly being reminded of competition and rising trends, compared to otherwise, if you were elsewhere, maybe it would not be so easy to be up to date on what's happening. And finally, probably what I would say a huge positive is the large pool of skilled professionals that you have available here in Limassol.
Yeah, basically, especially about the last point. I know you're quite a while on the island already, and you are still as well. So how would you say it affects the talent pool of potential specialists you can hire? How competitive is the recruitment?
That's an interesting point. From my experience in the market, as much as the demand was increased for the talent people, really, with multi-languages people, since, as Cyprus has mentioned, it's a good geographic location that attracts people from worldwide in different languages. So there is a demand, there is an increase of the demand. It's attracting a lot of brokers and the fintech industry worldwide. So with this being increased, also the people relocating to the Cyprus, as it's an attractive location, have good weather, good energy. So there is a demand, there is a request, but more and more people are joining, and the island the population is being increased. From what I follow in the past 5 years in the island, I can see more people are joining, more people are coming actually, young people, talented people. So.
Yeah, sure. And to add on to what Asil mentioned, I've been here for 3 years, and I've spoke to a number of Cypriots, and a lot of them say that, and non-Cypriots as well, and they mention once you're here, there's something that always draws you back in. And I'm able to see this within the investment forex industry, let's call it that, in many different ways. One being that I've spoken to many people, and even though they join with one particular company, there's something that keeps them here in Cyprus. Maybe each individual person has their own reason, but I think there's something that always continues to draw us in, and spend the majority of your career in Cyprus. Because I mean, there's a lot of benefits, there's a lot of positives. And I personally have been in B2C as well as the B2B side. And I do find it to be highly competitive on both ends, with each individual company playing their individual roles. But I can say that on the B2C side of things, job security does tend to play a more crucial role in a specialist's ability to perform. So that's also something to consider when looking at the industry as a whole in the Misol Cyprus.
Yeah, and on my end, I was responsible for actually hiring the team here and building the physical office in Limassol. Thank you guys for joining. But it was not easy, the whole recruitment process. So that's why I can say that the market is very competitive. There are a lot of companies who are looking for professionals here, and since the island, like the population of the island, is not so big, it was not an easy task to find people, but we managed to do it. And from the positive perspective, from the positive side, I would say that first, it's very concentrated market in terms of amount of professionals. It's people here are multilingual, which is very important. For example, Asil speaks Hebrew and Arabic and English and Russian sometimes. Yeah, so the quality of the people is very high. That's why the competition is high. And as people guys just mentioned, the industry, there are a lot of people from the industry. Some of them even with already like ready-made network on the island, with some close friends from the industry, community pool, something like that. So yeah, I would say that it's a great place to build a team for B2B sales for financial industry.
Totally. Very well said, Victor. Thank you for that. We do have a last question I'm going to pose to you, gentlemen. The opportunities as evident in Cyprus. How do you see, first of all, Brokeree and let's say other industry participants using the opportunities of Cyprus to their advantage to grow their partners, their business, and so on?
Okay, so that's an interesting point. Personally, for me, I will tell that because from my work with the B2B industry and after the pandemic, which made not only the distance between the people, but also converted a lot of work to remote jobs, and the people got somehow get used for being online work everywhere. But we still see that the face-to-face meetings, the coffee with the colleagues, the coffee with the clients, with partners, is still an important part as of our development. So being here in Cyprus, working with well-established fintech providers and companies around us, it's actually giving a few steps further in terms of building the networks, in terms of being close. So it's not about, okay, we are working, we're collaborating, there is a trust, but meeting with your client, being near with your client, it's an important part. And I use this actually to connect, to build a larger network, to join more and more clients around us. So many of the, especially brokers, they might see that the online trust it's still a matter that they would like to to break. And being now in Cyprus as part of Brokeree, I will use this opportunity actually. I will go around, try different coffees, different places.
That's what you actually do.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sure. So
you have something.
Yeah, I completely agree with what you mentioned, Asil. Just to add on a little more, in Cyprus, we like to say that there's a little bit of a slower paced lifestyle. And I think this allows for the ability of us within the industry to connect with our partners, our colleagues, our industry confidants on a more personal level after hours. So whether that's as a coffee catch-up, as Asil mentioned, or let's say happy hour on a Friday, where you can wind down. Usually this slower paced lifestyle can be used to strengthen the relationships we hold near and dear with our colleagues and participants in the industry. And also when it comes to networking, there's a number of events that occur pretty often. One huge one to mention is the IFX, that's usually annual in Limassol, so that's pretty self-explanatory as why it's important to have a presence within this geographical region. And finally, another opportunity that firms can take advantage of would be something like where you create more personal events with your partners and let's say your clients, where you can say, hey, we've been together for quite a while. Let's open up our networks together and invite a bunch of our other connections, and we can come together, meet, mingle, drink, eat, and then that way everyone can build their networks.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so talking about all the topics we raised today, I would like to sum up that Cyprus is like offline networking and location is still matter. Of course, world is moving on to remote work, everybody like online and talking through Zoom or Google Meet, but still live environment, offline work is important for clients to be connected to the brand and to be connected to our company. And for the team, when we work all together in one physical space, sharing the ideas, sharing the feedback, sharing the news from clients or partners or connections. So it's all very important. And yeah, considering all the above, we are happy to have our office here. We are inviting everyone who would like to talk in person, who would like to meet, to join us here. We will be glad to visit anybody who would like to meet in person but don't have time for it. So we are open for any offline interaction, and anytime we have our local phone number in our office. So in case you want to ask some questions, to share feedback about work with us, with our support team, you're more than welcome, and we're waiting for your call.